also too, right? Especially when we're all live and you're trying to remember which game you're in, and you got to go with episode 9. Yeah, so we're live, by the way, in case that
Oh
wasn't a good enough segue
man,
for you.
I hope the fans
Hey,
are looking as forward as I am with this session.
I am really too. This is going to be a great session. Um, and I really have no idea what to come. That's not true. I have better ideas now, but I'm excited for it. So, welcome all you out there in the world of Twitch, and thank you for joining us on what would be our Friday morning, or my Friday morning anyway. For everybody else, it's all over the day. So we have people from really all over. It's kind of circumnavigate the globe with our group of people here. I am Wendy J, and we are playing the Olivon Chronicles. And a quick little synopsis. Actually, before I do the synopsis, I'll do some quick announcements because I don't think I've had a chance to say it on stream yet, but for this game anyway. But Sky has been nominated for a Dutch Streamer Award with his channel, Dutch Dungeons. So I'm going to shout that out right now in the chat. So and why is that not working now? I just finished switching over to Stream Elements, and now it's not working. What the heck?
Oh no.
How do I vote? Do I need to be Dutch to vote?
Nope, you do not need to be Dutch to vote. So I will.
Technically, you need to be, but fuck that.
I said nothing. You heard nothing from me.
I've been posting it to my foreign friends as well, so I don't think they track the IP. It's just a Google form.
I'm guessing it's
All
also in Dutch, so it's just like a bunch of Dutch, and then he says, I know this name.
Yeah, that's true. In the list you can see me. Yes.
It's pretty clear, and yeah, it's so big kudos to Sky for being able to get to that point too. So. Other announcements coming up, we have, of course, our Wild Beyond Witchlight campaign, where, a disclaimer, we have some new exciting things that are going to come there, but I can't tell you, because if I tell you, then Jeddah knows all the spoilers. But Jeddah doesn't even know that there's exciting things yet, because I only just found out about them when I went to bed last night. So, tune in, that's on Tuesday. Thursday, we start, actually Wednesday, I should say. Wednesday at 11 p.m. GM time, Verod continues his Legends of Zelda Echoes campaign, which is a Pathfinder game. And then we are back on Thursday morning doing our random adventure with the Elven Gate. And that is our usual schedule, plus the Fridays that we are on right now.
How do you get to be a player on the Thursday?
You jump in the Discord. There is a channel for random adventures. You can actually join it by going into the Roll Initiative channel and saying, I want to try and get in on one of these things. And the nice thing about them is they're short term, right? They're only 3 to 6 sessions, and then we carry on. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, it does happen to be a space open for next week, for that matter, too. So if you wanted to.
Depends a little bit on what happens today.
That could very well be it, which is what I'm going to get to right now. So, where our party left off, we had... the group had some challenges in Claymouth about I'm going to say an elven day ago by now. They ended up being fugitives after somebody accidentally died. Yes, that's the group that I have. And then they got in, so once they escaped Claymouth, they met up with, found a new party member in Rook as they were going to visit Bob's family on the way to try to make amends for the problem that they caused in Claymouth. When they got to, Bob was able to reunite with the family. Everybody was able to fall in love with Bob's mother. However, it was obvious that he was not going to be permitted to stay there for any length of time, because he is not your typical druid, as it were. Moving northward towards Hillholm, where the party was told they could go to make amends. They met with the Tavern Keeps in Hillholm. This is a little podunk mountain town where they found out that the person who accidentally died was already orphaned. There was no parents, but did have younger siblings that the Tavern Keeps have just been kind of taken care of. And so the party decided that it was probably best to try to make amends with the Tavern Keeps and give them enough money to, take care of the children. However, they had no money because they were fugitives. So they managed to come across an elf who said, I got a job for you. Job was, go to this camp and make sure that this camp of workers that I have hired is actually okay, because I haven't heard from them for a while. So you got to the camp. You found out that it had been besieged by frog-like people called grung. And you were able to repel the wave of grung that had come attacking them, but not really get complete safety set up quite yet. So off you went to find the grung cave, where, upon entering, you met what must have been the leader grung, and a language barrier caused some challenges. You were doing very well, particularly with Jetta's drawing abilities, for a period of time, but not quite well enough, and you were in their home. Battle ensued, and while half your party got cut off from one another, there was a lot of grung in there, nearly 20 grung in this cave, and the four of you. And yet you still, as a party, managed to survive most of the battle. It wasn't until the very last round that Frar the Red and Bob Moss both fell, mostly to the poison of the arrows and the daggers that these grung carried. And this is where we're going to pick up. Jetta, as the last grung collapses underneath your Toll the Dead, you immediately run to the side of Frar and Bob. Rook already beside them, cutting down all the last grung that were right beside them too. Now, you've seen Frar fall before. And having seen Frar fall before, you've seen that even when he falls, something about his muscles always hold tension. His neck never fully falls back. His traps are always engaged. But this time, that's not what Frar looks like. His whole body has completely gone limp, tongue lolling out of his mouth. And Bob, as you heard in the last session, when Bob fell, the light that you've become accustomed to, kind of surrounding it, almost like an aura around him, dims, darkens, and fades. And Rook beside them both, with her eyes wide open. What do you guys do?
No, it can't happen like this. No.
Jetta, is there something you can do? Like, make some magic, bring them back to life or something.
Let me try the only thing I can do. I'm assuming there's dirt on the ground.
There is definitely there's dirt. It's almost more like mud. But yes, there is.
Okay. I would like to, with the dirt on the ground, use my finger and trace the open gateway of the traveler.
Ah, okay.
Right next to where they lay.
What are you doing?
And I'm hoping my god can help. No dicks.
No dicks, just the gateway. All right.
Just the gateway. So I kneeled down. Traveler, I know you put me with these crazy ass people for a reason. I don't think it's their time yet. Please.
First roll. Religion check.
Oh god.
Come on.
My sheet is deciding now to freeze, so...
Oh, of course it is.
I can already tell you my religion is a 0, though, so if I just roll a d20, that should do the trick.
Yeah, you could certainly do that, or you could roll it in, if it's not working in roll 20 for whatever, you could just use the natural 4 channel in the Discord. That's fine too.
Okay. Actually, I have D&D Beyond.
Hey!
Have that open.
This episode brought to you by.
What's going on with my?
Brought to you by Mazal.
You have a really bright light in your face.
Yeah.
Bob, as you lay back, disappearing, the light gets further and further. No, I'm kidding.
And you can turn it off. Yeah.
This is the best.
18.
There's a nice roll for a religion check.
Nice.
Okay. Rook, what's your passive wisdom?
Passive wisdom is 13.
13. Okay. 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 Yeah. So, as Jetta places her hand on this picture that she has drawn in the ground, it looks like a gate with some flowing lines, but sometimes sharp corners on it too. Puts her hand down on this symbol, and you see just above one of her horns, a little bit of a tuft of hair just kind of move and just kind of go like up and over the horn just a little bit. In your ear, Jetta. Yes, Jetta, what is it?
My friends are dead.
Oh. Well, that won't do. What did you get them into this time, my dear?
Actually, nothing. We tried to appease these frog creatures, and they started attacking, and things went to shit.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think... Are you planning on trying to do something?
I would if it was in my ability, but I'm tapped out. That's why I'm calling on you.
Oh my dear, this is really bothering you. The
Yeah.
last death bothered you, but this is different.
Well, it's funny how the universe works. It kind of like I got my own revenge.
You got your... That is true. I don't know what I could do, my dear. It's... Glitter murder. I don't know what I can do. This might be beyond what is possible.
But-
And I'll be honest, I'm a little spread thin.
But you're a god. This should be easy for you.
Oh, yes, but when you start to get as many followers as I do, don't get me wrong, I love the attention. However, they start to call on you often. And so I'm starting to spread myself a little thinner without the help that I need. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Let's see here. And you just kind of get the sense that he's just kind of looking around the space. You tried something. Is that not your artwork on the ground there? Is that not your own, how shall we say, banana with 2 large leaves at the base of it?
Indeed. That's what I usually draw.
So, in the middle of a battle. Impressive, my dear. Well done. What you ask, I can't fully complete. It needs to be you. But you need to know what you would be doing to do it. It might mean that, for a time, you might not have me around. How important are these two to you? Are they that important?
They're everything to me. I had no one before these two oafs stumbled into my life.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh god. D&D Beyond, because roll 20.
Yeah, apparently it's going weird for a few people.
19.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. If that is truly how you feel, you just kind of hear this long, deep sigh in your ear. I can't do it all, but I can make it so that you can. I can make it so that they do not move so far away that you can't hold them in position. Do you understand what I mean?
Like almost freeze them in the state they're in?
I can't freeze them. I can merely prevent them from fully passing until you can. It's always been you, my dear. You've always been the one with the power. I just helped you along a little bit to find it. This might be the last time I can for a time.
Where
But
are
I
you
can.
going?
The amount of the... What you are asking will take a lot from our connection. I will never be fully gone. Just not as available.
That's hard. Because you've always been there for me, too.
I will always be there for you. But sometimes you need to watch your young grow up. Find new friends and find new family and make it on their own. Will never be far. Just not always available.
Okay. How do I save them?
You'll need to put your hands on one hand on each heart. And if we're doing both, this is going to take everything we've got.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to repeat after me. Put your hand on their hearts and say, I call upon the lark
I call upon the lark
to use the feather
to use the feather
to bring release
to bring release
to these nuts.
to these nuts. And Brooke, you probably
Oh
hear
my
all of
God.
this, by the way.
All right. I'd like you to roll a religion with advantage because of how you responded to it.
Oh man.
This is the best invocation ever.
I should have expected that. But I didn't.
Oh no! Oh! All right. That's what the dice said.
Yikes.
All right. Okay.
I like how we evolved to these nuts jokes.
Yeah. Is it evolving?
It's evolving every session.
All right. So
I know.
let's see here. How do I want to do this? Okay. Man, that's everything was going so well right up until that point. Okay. Okay. Bob Fryer. It's not dark. It's nothing. It's nowhere. It's no when. There's no sound, there's no smell. Just nothing. But an entity. A feeling. Not a presence, just a feeling. It's like what you would imagine it would be, the feeling of being maybe a newborn chick kind of wrapped in feathers in the nest, warm, covered, protected. And it's just this feeling. Both of you roll a perception check for me, please. I'm changing my plans because of how Jetta responded, by the way.
I don't have access to my sheet, unfortunately.
Okay,
My
so...
sheet doesn't load up also.
Oh, lame. What's up,
I
roll
think
20?
I think it's roll 20. I already
Yeah, roll
noticed
20
that
is
when I was prepping an hour ago for my own session, I already noticed it wouldn't load. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna restart it just in case.
It's really slow for even me. And I got a wicked system. Of course, this is the day for Roll20 to say nah. So in any case, Bob, I know that you have a +4 to your wisdom. And I'm working under the presumption that you're also proficient. So you would have a +6 to it.
it's roll 20.
There it is! Natural 20. Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
I know I have a -1.
Yeah, I was actually just going to look that up here because it's on our stats
not bad.
displays.
So I'll just roll a 1d20 for this. 16.
Yeah. Okay, that's still pretty darn good. Okay. Bob, you hear it. Very faint and off in the distance. Today's nuts. Definitely Jetta's voice.
Nuts.
But there's no source for it. Well, that's not true. Because you hear it, you feel a sense of directionality. It's not really left versus right. It's not up versus down or past versus future even. It's just direction. And the directionality that you get is, or that you feel, is this already warm embrace of this feathery nesty type thing, and very far off in the distance, that sourceless thing that was Jenna's voice. It's like a something versus a nothing. Because you finally feel a direction and not just a feeling. You feel like you could orient yourself one way or the other to the something of the Jetta voice or the nothing of the warmth. What do you do?
How do I feel? Do I feel peace or do I feel like homesick?
It's not homesick. It's not
Yeah,
peace. It's you feel an understanding. You feel a loss. A loss of a hope. Not so much of a loss of a object or person. Just a loss of a hope. But an understanding. And perhaps a longing for that hope as well.
I grab onto it. I'm going towards it.
You're going towards that sound?
Yes.
All right.
Checking roll 20, by the way. I see all posts that character sheets are not loading, so it's not us, it's roll 20.
Okay, cool. Well, then we'll just have to go with what I know of your characters. Woot! That's what I planned for this morning.
Yeah, I have a very important one shot tonight as well. That's pretty cool, by the way. I'm doing a collaboration with several other streamers.
Oh,
to,
nice.
To pick up, or not to pick up, to collect donations for a roll for wishes, which is like the D&D variant of
nice.
Make-A-Wish
Nice.
Foundation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I've
that's
actually been
pretty
considering
cool.
getting in on that kind of thing too, so that can't possibly be it. Always the way of us DMs, says Bali Firesmith. The first time they're in the chat, always the way of the DMs. It's the tech that makes our life hard, not the people. No, that's true. Y'all are awesome. So,
Definitely.
yeah, Bob, you've got this sense. You could sit in this comfort, or you could orient yourself back towards that distant voice of Jeddah calling out D's nuts.
I follow her voice in the darkness and the emptiness
All right, I need
of
both.
death.
I need both of. Oh. I'm trying to think of which ones I need you guys to do. I'm going to say Bob and Frar. I'm going to give you a choice. You can use. This is going to be tough, though, because you don't know your sheets necessarily. But you can use either your intelligence-based religion check, or you can use your wisdom-based insight check to attempt to orient yourself to that sound.
What is my intelligence? I think my intelligence is a
+1.
Intelligence modifier is 1.
Yes.
And I have proficiency in religion, so that makes it a +4?
3. +3.
3.
Yeah.
D20.
Good luck and Godspeed, guys.
I'm gonna go with the religious check.
Nat 20! There it is!
Oh, yes!
Holy
Yes,
crap,
let's
you
go.
guys.
I am smart.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
All those Rick and Morty episodes really paid off.
The dice gods are speaking.
All right.
What were the choices again?
The choices were insight or religion. And looking at yours, your wisdom check is a +4. And your intelligence is a 0. And I don't know if you have proficiency in insight.
I don't think so.
Okay. Still
19 together.
a dirty 19.
Ooh,
Okay.
man, you make it
So
sound
good.
so slutty.
So good.
The universe
All right.
wants to see more.
All right. Rook.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
What is it?
Rook, you watch. The DM is speaking to you. You watch as Jetta's eyes close, fluttering, and her lips in some sort of form of speech. Her hands move to Bob and Frar's chests. And she
What are you
starts
doing?
lightly moving her lips in this prayer that she seems to be in. And then of a sudden bursts out, shouting out, "These nuts!"
Whoa.
And you see a pulse of energy emanate from her hands. And she holds them, and you can see the muscles strain. And beside you, the staff of the woodlands, still held in Bob's hands, shakes, creaks, and with a mighty crunch, cracks and splits into lengthwise. And a boom echoes in the cave.
What's going
And a
on?
mouse falls off of Jetta's horn. And Jetta collapses to the ground.
Jetta has a horn?
Why did
Not a
I
horn.
know
Sorry,
this?
her ear. Sorry, her ear. I
Okay,
got my
okay.
characters mixed up. Sorry, Jet, her ear. Retcon.
Okay.
Okay, ear. Just falls off from behind her ear. Sorry.
What you get when she plays in 3 campaigns of yours.
That's what you get. That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
Sometimes I have horns. Sometimes I'm 3 foot tall.
With huge. You're bald now, right? She's bald now.
Yeah, I'm bald.
Yeah,
In that
beautiful pink
campaign.
hair.
in that other
That's beautiful
campaign.
pink hair.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a change?
I got a beanie in the last
No, something
episode.
happened. She had huge pink hair, but something happened.
Yeah.
I only caught that she was at some point.
So, and then you see Jetta's form fall, but you also see tension return to Frar's shoulder. The light that was dimming on Bob stops dimming. Barely a pinprick of light centered on his torso and not dimming any further. Jetta, you feel the energy pulse through your arms and it just burns through your body. I'm going to get you to roll me a con save.
Jetta, are you okay? Oh god, no. No, not you two. Checkers, go get help!
And Checkers, sensing your how distraught you are, just immediately blitzes out of the cave. Okay. Jetta, you only suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
I will go to Jetta and check on her. Like, check her pulse, if she's breathing, her heartbeat.
Give me
Jetta?
a quick medicine check. Oh, we got a raid popping in here too.
Hey!
Raid Shadow Legends.
Mumba.
Hello, Mama
Shadow
Bean.
Legends.
Is that a Belgian screen?
I think-
Belgian stream, I think.
It must have been.
Mama.
I love it.
Ooh.
I love it. And thank you for the follow from Bubblegum Gang and from Orchid Twilight. Oh my goodness. We're getting the things happening here now. Look at this. I am appreciating this. Thank you guys very much for jumping in the stream. You guys caught us at just the right time. We're discovering whether or not 2 of our party survive. So, good timing. On your medicine check, you do sense that Jetta has definitely collapsed from exhaustion, but her heart is still beating. It's sweat dripping from her face, and just beaded up on her nose. And there's a raid. Oh, I got wow.
She
Hang tight.
explodes.
I'm gonna do that because I put Stream Elements up because I dislike Streamlabs now, and Streamlabs still kicked in anyway. Hey, look at that. All right.
And Rook hears some fireworks from outside a cave.
Right? Oh my gosh. There's so many of the things that just happened in my ears just now.
It's
Okay.
Oktoberfest.
Halloween.
I love it.
Halloween. Speaking
The
of which, I got a Halloween party today.
Oh, nice. So do I. This is great,
I have a
guys.
Halloween stream Sunday.
Yeah.
We're gonna go costumes.
I will just do a quick shout out to all these people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Sure, go ahead.
Glad to have you with us. If you enjoy what you end up seeing today, of course, hit the follow and the subscribe stuff. I see the couple of you guys have already done that. You guys are awesome. Much love. We're going to get back to this very serious experience that we're having at the moment.
Okay.
Jetta is, you're not fully unconscious. So Jetta, if you wish, you can open up your eyes or you could just let yourself relax for a little bit first. So it's up to you.
I think Jetta would just kind of let herself relax after expending that much energy.
All right. I will put Jetta's head on my lap and make her as comfy as possible.
Okay.
Fanning her face and things like that.
All right. This next bit requires whispers. So I actually need to deafen for a short period of time and mute Rook and Jetta. So forgive me, you're not going to hear anything for a bit, but I'll be right back. All right. That brings us to Bob and Frar. Bob and Frar.
Yes.
Yes.
You both move towards that something. Orient yourself, however that may be, towards that something in this expanse of just nothingness. You hear Jetta's voice, and so you are able to get there. You sense as you do so, you were really, really close to just sitting there in that quiet comfort. So it takes a bit of time before you start to fully orient your way. Am I? No, Chad, you can still hear me. Thanks, Renatic. You're throwing me off. Okay, cool. In any case, you hear it takes a bit of time before you start to feel like you're getting more close to that something than that nothing. Except time is a weird soup. There is no time here. So what just passed? And you start to feel reconnected to the essence that was you, except like with your memories and with your thoughts, it's all familiar, but there's an extra thing in there. There's something else. With the awareness of that something, and that awareness of directionality, you're starting to also become aware of what you were. All your memories connecting back. But more, Bob, you also remember something else. Remember being bullied as a child. Well, that's not right. But yeah, I do remember that. Remember the orcs mercilessly taunting you. Setting you to impossible tasks. But you never gave up.
God damn.
You remember falling in love with a human. What? More beauty than any orc could ever possess. You remember seeing her corpse just dumped unceremoniously in a ravine. You remember cleaving the head of an orc from its body in your rage. And you remember the disappointment, the feeling, as the head of your clan banished you, as he also took to arms. You remember hearing, as you disappear into that scary world of humans and elves, you remember hearing the clamor of your clan warring with another in the distance. But you kept your back to it and set yourself out to the Redbud Forest. And you remember finding the forest, but not finding her family. They were already gone. Frar, your memories flood back. But there's more. You remember clearly your home, a wonderful wooden house set at the base of a tree, warm, inviting, smells of the most amazing vegetable soups you can imagine. You remember your celebrations at your Grandma Clover's home in that nest village in the trees, and you remember playing with your sister as a child. You remember cooking with your mother. You remember Nana's face when your body lit up for the first time in her presence. You remember the snide comments that came from your cousins Pete and Geller. You remember seeing your niece for the first time, and how it just helped the light show in your soul. You remember leaving in the middle of the night. But most of all, you remember the stars.
God damn.
Now, above table, You have not completely come back yet. We got to go back to Jeddah and to Rogue to find out if they do. If you do. Is there anything you want to do in this dream space before I take you back?
I would like to cry.
I go towards the memories of Fra.
Ooh. All right.
I try
I'm
to
gonna
repress mine.
All right. Roll an insight check for both of you. So for Bob, that'll be a +4. For Dick, that's going to be a -1.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. The dice have spoke.
This is just the bro session right now.
I'm going to bring the other two back in. And we're back. All right. Okay, so Jeddah, nice and relaxed back here. Rook also cradling her head, looking back to Frar, looking back to Bob. You do see that glow is still holding, but it can't be for much longer. It's got. It's,
Where's Checkers? Where's Checkers? Oh boy. Oh, come on. Please don't die on me.
so Abby,
Anything
you are
happens.
conscious. You can still hear Rook saying all
am.
these things. Yeah.
I'll come back after resting my eyes for a second.
Oh, you're awake. How are you
Yeah.
feeling?
I think I'm fine.
Right.
That was so confusing. And
It's
then
hard. See, their bodies are still glowing. There's some life returning to them, and I sent
They
Checkers
are?
out just in case. Yeah,
You
take a look.
you look to them, and they're not recovering. They're just not changing. You can
Does it work?
see.
I think I know what this means. We have a period of time where we can bring them back.
Oh, so their bodies just froze or something? What do you mean?
I think so. I think that's what the traveler said.
And you remember that the traveler said that you had to finish it.
I have to do this. Okay, I have to do this.
You have to do what?
I'm not quite powerful enough yet. But I've been learning a spell that as long as it's within 30 seconds of death, it can bring them back. But I'm not there yet. How do I...
Roll me a religion check.
Oh, good.
Good luck.
I'm a cleric with no religion.
Man, I wish I brought popcorn for this.
That's good enough. You remember that with that spell that you're thinking of, you can do some of your traveler gates and other symbols that you can use to spend a little bit of time to actually cast it. It's gonna take nearly a half hour, but you could do it. It's not gonna be immediate, and you can hope.
All right. I'm gonna give this a try.
You sure you're up for it?
We need to set up... Yeah, I think I have to be. We need to set up a ritual area. And I know this is weird. I'm gonna draw some gates underneath them. Can you draw an outer layer around the circle of dicks?
All right, sure. Anything to help.
Awesome.
Wait, let me get these bodies away first, and I will go and pull away the bodies of the grung. The grung.
Okay, I love it. You start clearing out the space. Jetta, you start wiping down the map that you tried to do before this whole thing started, getting rid of everything else, quickly putting out this circle of dicks and gates and such, and then with Rook's help,
Dixon Gates.
Dixon Gates, getting
Best
who
combination.
first, Bob or Frar?
Oh gosh. Can I roll for it? Because
Yes,
I
you
don't
can
want
roll
to
for
choose
it.
between my friends. I'll make Frar evens.
Okay, rollies.
Okay, I'll resurrect Bob
Yeah.
first, or at least try
All
to.
right. So with Rook's help, you're able to carefully, gently place the very much punctured form of Bob, although the bleeding isn't carrying on, and the little light, that little pinprick of light, is still holding. Once you place it into this sigil. Sigil? Sure, I'm gonna call it a sigil. It's your dick gates.
Yeah.
To begin the final phases of this ritual.
I will stand back unless Jetta wants me to help with this ritual.
I've never done this before, so I will leave that up to you. If you think everything will explode, you can step back, or if you want to help. Either way.
All right, sure. I trust you. I'm gonna help you.
Awesome. Jetta is just pure frazzled panic right now.
It's okay. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna be fine. Okay, Jetta?
Okay.
Mama Bee.
We can do this. The power of the dicks.
Believe in the power of dicks and nuts, I guess.
Yeah. These nuts.
These nuts.
Believe in the power of dicks.
That's it. Okay, I'm gonna get you, because you have Rook's help, to roll a quick religion check with advantage.
Okay.
This is mostly just to see how you're doing. The
Cock and ball.
nice thing about this spell is it's going to work, and in this particular case, because you've got Rook behind you, kind of soothing you just a little bit, it helps you calm yourself and get yourself refocused, and allow your hands to embracing Bob's chest over top of a couple of the wounds. You can feel energy, but the one thing that's different about this energy is you usually also feel a little bit of a breeze at the back of your neck. That breeze is gone. It's just the energy coming out of your hands, and that is it. It almost feels lonely.
Traveler's not
release-
here, but Rook is. So.
Fair enough. The loneliness is covered. You lift your hands, and that little light, which was flickering, but not dimming, stops flickering, and it's just like a bead that sits strong and steady. And you feel confident that Bob's form will remain in its current state. For a while. Maybe not an elven day, but for a while.
Okay.
And what do you do next?
We'll go over and do the same thing for Far.
All right.
I'll do the same to Jetta as well.
All right. With that, I'm going to just ask you to do one more religion check. We'll pass this through relatively quickly because as much as this ritual will take nearly a half hour, we can use a dice to decide that it's going to go faster. So with that advantage, again, because you've now done this, this time the DC was higher, and you take another point of exhaustion.
Okay.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, it's just spending a lot of energy I don't have, but it'll be okay. This is for them.
And
I don't. I don't want you to push yourself too much. I don't want to lose you as well.
I think we'll be okay.
Okay. Okay.
Up onto your shoulder comes Checkers.
Hey,
You get the sense that he's kind of just excitedly bouncing on your shoulder.
did you find help, boy? Huh? Hey, what's up?
It's just kind of nuzzles into your cheek, and almost like he's tugging your shoulder a little bit to get out of the cave.
Jetta, I'll be back.
Okay.
You'll be okay here, right?
Yes. I want to make sure to watch over them.
Okay.
All
I
right.
will leave the cave, follow Checkers
you-
along.
You step out of the cave, bright sunlight beaming onto your face, and Checker leaves your shoulder and just kind of flies nearly 30 feet, maybe 60 feet up into the air, and just does lazy circles above your head. And that's just where he flies. He just sits up there over your head while you stand outside of the cave.
What is it, boy? I try looking around at the tree line or around corners of the cave, seeing
As
if
Rook,
anyone's there.
as Rook, or as Checkers?
As Rook first.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check then, as Rook. Now, your perception, if you need, actually the sheets, Dax says in the chat, the sheets should work now. So, if you need to reload, yeah, I need to reload roll 20, so I'm going to reload roll 20 to be able to get that to work. That's probably all that needs.
Yes, it
But
works
your...
too. Nice.
Nice. Okay, so your roll was a 16, and so with
You're
a
working
16...
without a reload.
Yeah.
Oh, are they? Okay, it wasn't working for me without the reload, so yay.
Oh, I
Okay.
got scammed.
I was just about to check because I was reading Edge does work. So I was just logging into Edge to check that, but
Okay.
won't need to anymore now. So
Yep, Dax got us covered. Okay, so
thanks.
Thanks.
16. You look out across the treetops, and while you don't see very much from here, what you do see above the treetops is, unlike the regular flight of some of the ducks and geese that fly overhead, you do see one very distant black spot that must be a bird, also doing lazy circles in the sky.
Oh, come on, Checkers. Now's not the time to joke. I know you want to fly higher, but no. Can I try looking as Checkers?
You certainly can.
All right. Perception from Checkers. Ooh.
So you go into Checkers with a 20, which is a nice roll. And so with his very clear and distant vision, you can see much more clearly that black spot that you saw earlier is Night Shadow, Putter's familiar. And it seems to be giving direction to something and flying, lazily circling to closer and closer towards you. And from it, you get the sense, well, at the very least, Night Shadow's on their way.
This is good. This is good. Okay. I zoom back out. Checkers, I'm so sorry. You're right. You're good. You earn a treat later. Okay. Just hang out here. Lead them into the cave. I'll go check on Jetta.
In you go.
The sheets doesn't seem to work for me.
Which browser are you using? Or maybe just
Edge.
close it and come back.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try that.
Quit and reload.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
be
yours
turning
isn't
it
working
off
for
and
me
on
either.
again.
Admittedly, yours isn't working for me either, so we might just have to be patient with it. Okay, that's okay. I've got nothing but patience. Anyway, you go back in, and Jetta is still sweating profusely. Actually, Jen, give me a con save.
Shitballs.
Yeah, from the exhaustion, you have retched to the side. Whatever good berries were in you before are no longer. I'm going to advance the storyline a little bit here, unless there's anything else in particular you guys want to do over the course of what would be approximately an hour and a half.
It's all good. I'm just gonna be taking care of Jetta and keeping
Okay.
an eye out for the other people.
Saul Goodman.
Yeah, well,
All
you're
good.
Saul Goodman. So unfortunately for Bob and Frar, you guys are now in under the state of gentle repose, which basically means that you guys will be not dead, but almost. He's almost dead. Look at there, who knows so much? Anyway, the
Dead
so
but
you
not rotting, right?
dead but not rotting, and that's the very key element there, is that you're dead but not rotting. And so we're gonna try to advance this storyline just a little bit here. You guys take care of Bob. You kind of and Ferrari just kind of put them into a little bit less of a, the head isn't lower than the feet kind of thing, and just try to get them as comfortable as a corpse can possibly be, while
Super
also
hefty, by the
taking
way.
care of. Yeah, and yeah, so Rook, you're doing most of the work, to be real about it. And then about almost an hour and a half later, you hear, "Hello?"
Over here, inside. Oh,
And walking around the corner in the cave a couple of moments later is the visage of Putter.
oh my goodness! Thank goodness it's you, Putter. We're here. Yeah. I motion him to come over.
Night Shadow told me to. I thought it would be... something had to be wrong, so... And
Something is
Tiatha
wrong.
wouldn't let me stay, so here we are. And in behind him comes Tiatha as well.
Oh, thank goodness you both of you are here.
We have the tree, too.
The tree's still alive? Does that mean... I look at Jetta. If the
Why
tree's
wouldn't-
alive, then Bob is alive as well, huh? Right?
It said
Right?
protect, so yes.
The spell came from the staff, not from me.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
And he looks down to Bob and to Fars. And then also looks at the pile of grung corpses you've shoved further into the caves. Wow.
It was rough.
What do we need to do?
They are under a spell right now to where they won't decay and they'll just be mostly dead.
Mostly dead.
Or almost dead. That's the better term.
Okay.
I can eventually bring them back
okay.
once
How
You
I
long
can
get
will
do
it
that.
more powerful.
How long will it take, Jetta?
I don't know. That's up to the traveler, I think, when I get more powerful.
Isn't that your god?
Yeah. Well, if it weren't for my god, we wouldn't have them in this state at all. They would be dead. Not just mostly dead.
Well, it's something. We need to take everybody back. We just need to take everybody back.
Okay. And I need to track down 2 diamonds.
2 diamonds.
1 for each of them.
You know we don't have anything, right?
Yeah, we're broke. But maybe we can get our payment for doing all this. And I know it was supposed to go to them, but we gotta save Farah and Bob.
I agree. Well,
All right.
I think they'll
Well,
understand.
the longer we stand here, the less time we have to do things. So then he starts kind of, with Rook's help, gathering up Frar first and pulls him out, putting him into the branches of the tree. And doing the same with Bob. And over the course of the next, because the tree is freaking slow, 2 hours, you guys get all the way back to to the camp and gather the remainder of the camp workers, making your way
Okay.
at Tiatha's behest, making your way all the way back to Hillhome in yet another 2 hours, just as nightfall begins to arrive. The tree refuses to enter the town.
What's up, big guy? Why don't you want to come in?
And it creaks at you, but you don't understand what it's trying to say in its language.
Bob was always kind of horny for trees, so I wonder if because the village is made of them, the tree's not too happy.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
one way of getting wood.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. So, he gently places Bob and Farrar down on the ground, or gently places the body of Bob and Farrar down to the ground.
I'm only horny for nut trees, by the way.
There you go.
Wooden nuts.
Wooden nuts. Wooden.
And then the tree just exits back towards the forest.
Is Putter with us?
Putter is with you, yes. So Putter can help you bring them wherever you want to bring them. Where do you want to bring them?
Let's bring them to the inn where we
Okay.
stay.
Yeah, and that way they can at least see what's going on.
All right. Can you carry both? Or I can help with one, but maybe we should get some help or something.
And a number of the camp workers are there. They, now that they're actually back, you could see that there's a little bit of release and a little bit of excitement at getting back to town. A couple of them dispersed to different homes and just like obviously looking for loved ones. A couple of them, mostly young gentlemen, kind of stick beside you. We can help and just help you guys to carry the forms of Bob and Farrar towards the tavern that Jessup and Elsa operate. And so you guys enter the tavern, and inside this tavern, it's not any louder or quieter than it was before. It's very much actually the same. The difference this time being that when you guys come in, it's you guys create the clamor, and you immediately pull Bob in and Farrar in and place them on tables. And Ilsa comes up. Oh my! What is going on here?
No time to explain. We should get them to some of the beds that are available, please.
Yes, off my tables, of course. And just kind of starts gesturing you up towards a couple of the towards the third level, the only third level building in this town, to remind you. But it kind of takes you guys and takes a bit of effort to get them up these very narrow stairs that are in this tavern to get you guys to the third level. And Jessup actually ends up doing more helping than Elsa. Elsa just does the cleaning on the tables after the fact. But you guys also walk past Adrix, who was your benefactor in this particular endeavor. And he's like, as
Not
you guys
now.
go by,
Not now. Carrying.
and you guys get Bob and Farrar into 1 or 2 rooms.
Just one room, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
Just give them in the same place. Place.
All right.
Same place.
Splice.
And Putter, Tiatha, for her part, stays with Bob and Farrar. And Putter looks to you guys and then kind of looks back to Tiatha.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay.
All right. Very well.
If you'll have me, Tiatha. Yes, of course, you can stay.
Insight check.
Go for it. Who are you insight checking, Tiatha or Putter?
Putter.
Okay.
What you thinking, bro? What you thinking? Ooh.
Putter is very definitely, ever since you met him in the Glazierblad, he's been this very stoic, trying to present a rare of an air of regalness, importance, self-importance about him. He's acting like a love-struck teenager.
My boy Potter's in love. All right, you guys take care here, okay? Make sure that, well, they're not going anywhere, but just take care.
Just, yeah. Get her payment, and then he just goes into the room.
Okay. So, Jada, shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Going on to the second floor where Adrix was? Was he on the second floor?
Well, and the second floor, like there's a hallway down this second floor and a number of rooms. What you also, by the way, by going into that room in the top level, you learned is that all the rooms are adjoining on the top level as well, and so you could open up doors to connect really all of them. So you presume the second
Right.
floor is much the same, but there's no activity on the second floor. All the doors are closed.
Okay. Which floor would have we seen Adrix at?
In the tavern floor on the main level.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And
Let's go. Should be.
And so he's got his big table. He's got a table with a whole bunch of his books, and he's just leafing through these books. And as he sees you guys come down the stairs, he kind of gestures to the end of the table. On me, and just you see two pewter mugs of ale. Three pewter mugs of ale set out there, all ready to go.
All right. Scoot over to the table.
Well, we found your camp.
I see
Well,
that, and I see that many of them are back, except not in the state I was hoping.
Yeah, they were getting attacked by these frog people, and we tried to go to the cave to deal with it directly. Good news, the frogs are gone. Bad news, our friends are dead.
Yes, that is most bad. What happened?
Well, we attempted to communicate with them just to get them to stop attacking the camp. But then I think there was some sort of language issue since we didn't speak the same language as them, and they attacked us. And we were outnumbered 20-4.
And I put them in this position. Put you in this position. And you brought them back, so they're... Like, are you planning on burying them? Do you need a pyre built?
We are going to save them.
We are.
How?
I'm, let's say, a little bit of a cleric. If I get 2 diamonds, I can probably bring them back.
Well, now, what kind of diamonds, my dear? I know the spell you're speaking of.
Well, they have to be, I think, worth 350 gold, if I remember correctly.
300.
300?
You're in... Yes, I understand this is a coal mine here, but you're not going to find a 300 gold diamond in this place. And he does it very low, as Elsa actually happens to be walking by at the time. In this place.
So you know where to get 300 gold diamonds, do you?
Well, not so much. There are places. They're just not here. And I don't know how long you think those things will last, but I don't think they're going to last your way all the way back to Claymouth. Much worse, Sunbell.
Oh,
I
okay,
think that's
so
the
what's the
places.
alternative? Do you know anyone who can help them? Like, Jetta said that she's not powerful enough, but what if we find a priest who's powerful enough to help them?
They're probably just as distant. This is not a common spell.
Ah,
It's...
go.
This is really odd. This can't be.
Jetta, how much time do we have?
You
How
know,
long will this spell last?
Well, I've never cast it before, so I have no idea.
it doesn't take long. It's. This is very coincidental.
What do you mean?
Did you see anybody on your way out to the camp?
Do we remember seeing anyone on the way
Go
out
ahead and
to
roll
the
a
camp?
history check.
Ooh, who is it?
Roll 2.
Nope, I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, Jetta, neither one of you recall seeing anything out of sorts aside from the fact that you're new to this town. So maybe there was something that was out of sorts that you wouldn't have known about. But you really didn't see anything unusual, save for the grung.
No, we didn't notice anything on the way out of the camp.
Well, somebody had to have known something about what I'm doing. Somebody
What
had to
you're
have
doing?
done this to try to stop you from... This seems... I didn't think I was stumbling on into anything that big, but
What are you talking about?
I have some things missing. A scroll case with maps. And, well, scrolls. It's my backup store from my benefactor. I have my own benefactor, as it were. They've provided me with some tools to do my journey and to do my expedition. And I happen to have scrolls of the spell you're looking for
Where did you last see them?
in my room.
Where's
So
your
they were
Is it-
room?
stolen?
It was, yes, that's what I've been going through at the table here, thinking I had to have just simply misplaced them, but they're not here. And they're not upstairs, and I don't know where they are.
When did you last see them? While we were out doing your job? Or
Yes.
just recently?
No, it was sometime early yesterday that I saw them.
Early yesterday. Alright. So that means that we were out of town already.
Yes, that's why I'm thinking. Somebody had to have known that you were here. Well, they had to have known somehow that I have spell scrolls, and not an insignificant amount of them.
I guess that could work. We could look for those scrolls, Jetta, and save foreign
Yeah.
Bob. How many spell scrolls do you have of that spell?
Oh, I've used a few of them. Of that spell? Oh, I don't know. I didn't actually count when I got them. I just... Honestly, I just trusted her. So it's... And she's...
Her?
Oh, yes, my patron. Never you mind. Nonetheless, she just provided me with this... I've been putting my maps in there. I've been putting my notes. Really... A lot of things were in there. Most of my notes are here now, obviously, out on the table, but it had my maps, it had my scrolls in it.
Who is she, this patient of yours? She could be the one who
Patient.
stole...
Oh, no, definitely not. She's from
patron.
a
Oh,
very distant land. Definitely not
Oh.
her.
I see.
Hmm.
I guess it's worth looking into where these scrolls would have been missing.
Carney!
Yeah, I think it's the best shot.
Carney has redeemed a hydrate. Everybody take a drink.
Hey! Stay hydrated, homies.
Appreciate you, Carney. Thank you.
To this day, I only have rubbing alcohol.
That will definitely work for Frar. You just about
Get rid
made
of the
Sky
germs.
spit. That's awesome.
Get rid of the germs in your decomposing body, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah,
It will be
might as well
very
just
cleansed.
Get rid of my
Mhm.
my liver and kidney too. Yeah.
Jeez. All right. Adrix. Yeah, Adrix. I don't know what. Do you, would you? Would you
Would you
help me
what?
find him?
I mean, of course, because we can use them to bring our friends back, right?
Persuasion check. This is not a hard persuasion, but
Okay.
this is mostly to see if he thinks that you're going to do anything else too. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. I suppose I sent you into challenge. It would only be responsible for me to make sure that you come out of it, especially if I need you for whatever this is going to become. This isn't
And if you
really a
want a
great.
good, and if you want a good working relationship with us, I guess it's time to talk about compensation
Oh
for
yes,
the
of course.
previous job. And
Well, I've given you the 100 already for each, right?
did he? Shut up.
I think
Yeah.
so.
It seems You know
Yeah,
what?
he gave the down payment.
If you can recover these scrolls, let's talk about payment with those. As you say, they are worth over 300 gold each. That should be sufficient payment.
Hmm.
I'm not convinced because our friends died doing what you told us to do.
And they will be still alive when you're done. If they're not, then we'll talk about something different.
What do you have in mind?
Don't know yet. Won't know until the scrolls are back.
And I trust that not gonna skip town or anything. You're just gonna stay here, right?
It would take me 3 days to pack up my mess. So no.
I see.
Elsa has already tolerated this enough as it is. You should see my room. Actually, you should see my room. Maybe there's a clue in there.
What's your room number?
It's the whole second floor.
Excuse me.
Oh, I've been taking the whole second floor.
Okay, let's narrow it down a little bit. Which part of the second floor do you keep your scrolls in?
Oh, I see. And come with me. And he just starts walking, gets up, kind of, the chair comes back, he starts walking up the stairs. Come on.
I am taking my mug of ale with me,
Same.
drinking while walking.
And you hear from, just from the bar, Jessup kind of speak out, just kind of shout out, Adric's on your bill? Yes, on my bill. And just up the stairs.
And then I shout back, everything we're going to do is on his bill.
That sounds about right.
He owes us.
I hope he pays us.
And so he leads you guys up to the second level, and he walks past a number of the doors, gets to the very last door, opens it up, and what you see is what probably had some cots in here, or the cots have been kind of leaned up against the wall, and it's been set up with a table and a chair, and there's books and scrolls and journals spread out all over the place. But the walls have a couple of paintings on it and tapestries. It's obvious that when he first moved here, he had every intention of making this look like a very nice study. However, his study has now bird caged all over the floor. This is the space he takes you into. He says, the scroll case was right over here. Was on this shelf, and is not there anymore. But I didn't. I thought that I had simply just moved it and taken all my notes out, and so I thought I messed up. I don't keep track of my things very well.
Obviously.
Who else has access to your room apart from yourself? Do you keep the doors locked at all times?
I don't. It's hill home. Why would I do that?
Oh,
Although I'm now beginning to realize why.
Always
see.
keep your
I suppose.
doors locked.
Elsa and Jessup come in, can come in. It's their building. And I suppose anybody who works for them. I suppose that would mean the children.
Do you know
Interrogate the
any?
children?
Well,
I
the
suppose
ones that
that's
you came
work.
in asking about.
Oh, yeah. I was
No,
about ready
I
to
suppose
interrogate them.
we can interrogate the tavern owners or something, but not the children. I mean, that doesn't rule them out. Well, at this point, anyone could have stolen your scrolls.
Not Elsa and Jessup. And
What makes you so sure?
they're honestly some of the nicest humans I have ever met. Makes you rethink humans.
That's usually the best cover for the shittiest dirtbag.
Oh, that may very well
point-
be. I'm a fairly decent judge of character. Although, I have also never been the victim of thievery.
Well, whoever stole your scrolls might know what the contents are also. So, does anyone else in town know how to use these scrolls you have?
I don't know. I suppose you would have to ask Jessup.
All right.
Let's go talk to him.
That's a good start, though, yeah.
There's more than just the scrolls in there, so there will be pay for the other items that are in there if there's any of them recovered. Or at least, if they can't be recovered, there will be adequate compensation for this as a job, as it were, let alone recovering your friends.
Sounds good.
I know that seems to matter to you.
Do you have a piece of paper and a quill I can write with?
Oh, certainly. And he quickly goes and rifles through a pile. Yes, this does it need to be clean?
As long as I can read from it or something, yeah.
You could certainly read from this. You could write on the back of it.
All right.
Quill and ink pot, here you go.
Okay, so payment for the Grung Cave quest and what else, Jetta? Helping Bob and Frar. Okay, look for scrolls. What else are you missing, Adrix? A map.
Well, whatever
case?
else was in that case.
Whatever. What do you remember about the case?
There were maps. There were
Maps.
scrolls.
Scrolls.
Had one. I think I had a couple of journal entries left in there.
Journal entries. Okay. All right.
Interesting.
We'll look for these then. And yeah, this is mostly just a reminder for ourselves and possibly for you.
I appreciate that. It's very businesslike of you. I will. I'm gonna see what I can do about finding whatever what somebody would look for. There must be. I will do my puzzling if you do your puzzling.
All right. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Carney, they are currently level 4, although that might not last for very much longer.
Hey.
Thank God.
It is evening, by the way. Like, starting to get to be late evening.
Well, let's talk to the tavern keep and then we'll bed down.
Okay.
All right. Sure.
So you head on down to the tavern, pull yourselves up a stool at the bar, and Jessup, wiping down tables, looks at a dwarf in the corner, just kind of shouts out, "Now, Doga, you know how Elsa will respond if you're using that on that table again." And Doga's like, "Can't get any work done and drink ale? Am I not allowed to do that?" "Honestly, no." "Give me another one." Starts pouring up an ale. Takes it over to Doga and then comes back behind the bar now that you guys are settled at it.
Wait a second. Did we see that person when we first walked in here?
You not really? You weren't paying much attention though either. You were more worried about a Bob and a Frar getting to a better place.
No, I mean when we first got to the village.
Oh yes.
In general.
Yes, this is the same person.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Rook and be like, and point to the dwarf and say, this dwarf over here could have overheard everything. If it's not
Possibly.
the
Yeah.
tavern keeps.
Well, at this point, everyone in the tavern could be suspects, right? Except for us, since we have alibis.
So I say we lock the door and flush out some.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you
See which
chat
people
them up.
worst us.
You chat them up. I'll explain the situation to the tavern owners and let's lock the doors. It's a lockdown. Right. Jessup? Elsa?
So Jessup is the one behind the bar.
Okay.
And you'll have.
Oh, no. We are currently doing an investigation and, well, Adrix is missing some of his stuff. So.
It's not a surprise.
Oh, yeah, he can be a klutz sometimes. I mean, he leaves his stuff cluttered and.
You've had a bit of a day, though, too, haven't you?
Don't get me started. I'm just. Honestly, this little thing is a distraction for me, so it's all right. But
Okay.
I need your help, please.
Well, if you want to talk, that's kind of. It comes with the job. I don't mind.
Well, we can talk a bit later, but I need you to lock down the tavern for a while. Make sure no one gets out. If that's all right.
Why?
Everyone here is a suspect for stealing some of Adrix's stuff.
It's Hillhome. There's only 4 people in here on a regular basis, and they're not hard to find.
I mean, once they find out that we're snooping around, they might turn tail and run.
I'm not going to close my tavern. I kind of like having the paltry business that I get.
How can I convince you?
Well, last I heard, because, I do, listen. You don't have much to bargain with.
Well, that's true.
I think you could just. What you're worried about somebody killing your friends? They're already dead.
Yes, but they're in a state where I think when Jetta explained it, that they're in a state neither here nor there. There's still a chance for them to come back. We're taking that chance, actually.
That's cool.
I don't
Wish
know.
that could have.
Check this guy.
Clarity
Sure.
stuff.
Sure, go ahead and roll your insight checks.
I don't
Checkers
like.
Too
going
bad
down.
you guys couldn't do that with Artie.
RB.
Yeah, so you get the sense that he really is maybe with a 21 you get actually quite a bit. You get this feeling as though he is perhaps done with having Adrix in his establishment.
Of course he is.
He's probably he's not hiding anything. He's wearing everything pretty much out on his sleeve. You at the beginning of the conversation, you got a very genuine sense of concern for your guys' well-being, but now after you ask for him to lock up the tavern, he's like, something's up with these people, and so he's just kind of not. He doesn't understand you. He's confused.
All right, look, man. We just want to find some items, and we can't rule out anyone just yet. But the sooner we can find those stuff, faster we can. I don't know, get out of your hair.
Okay, really, the only people who have been in here, I mean, aside from me, Elsa, Adrix, Doga, oh gosh, who else? Mikhail and Thomas, they're always here. Doran was here, I guess, a couple of days ago. And Bastion and Arav, of course, but that's pretty much it.
Were they around during, let's say, early yesterday?
Doga was here for breakfast. Mikhail and Thomas are always here, and he gestures over to this older couple of gentlemen that are in the corner, who are obviously watching you. And, like, they're not even pretending to hide it. And, it says, not Doran, no. Doran was, Actually, I haven't seen Doran for a couple of days.
Doran?
Yeah, Doran. Not likely a person of concern for you. Wasn't here.
Hmm, I see. Well, I think I thought our list would have narrowed down, but looks like our list has expanded. All right, very well. We can ask around. We can ask these people.
I find
Everyone's
that an
gonna
ale
spit.
helps start conversations. So why don't you take a couple? Don't
Couple
need
of fun.
thieves in my building, but I'm not going to close it either. And just passes you over a couple of mugs of ale.
Oh, how much are these?
Uh, find a thief, and that'll be fine. I don't want thieves in my house.
All right, sure. Thank you. Jetta.
Awesome. And during this time, Jetta was like trying to sneakily lock the door so no one could get
Roll
out.
a stealth check then.
You're letting the cleric do the sneaky stuff.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Jessup's gonna
Oh,
turn
no.
to you. I said leave it unlocked.
Fuck you, my friends are dead.
That's not gonna change whether or not my tavern works. I was being nice. Now I'm being stern. You don't have to have your friends here if you don't want.
Okay.
It's all right, Jetta. We'll find this thief.
Right back at you.
All right.
And he
I
just
will.
keeps watching you, Jetta.
I will walk to Jetta. All right. So, what if we don't have to lock the tavern? We just have to gather everyone who was here during that time and, like, ask them what they've been doing, or like.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Well, and just to make sure the DM was clear enough for you, Michaela and Thomas, the two older gentlemen, they're still here. You can just go and talk to them. And Doga is currently still here as well. The only person that you heard, the only peoples whose names you heard dropped that aren't here, Doran and Bastion and Ara.
And Ara.
Okay. Everyone's getting investigated. Everyone.
Okay. Bastion and Ara are the kids, right? Or no?
You could presume that. The DM hasn't said that.
Wait. Yeah. Okay, my character won't know, but I think someone in the party would know.
They might be dead right now.
Ah! Yeah. All right. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Ask around.
Sorry. Who do we want to go with first? And just a warning, I'm feeling a little bit forward, apparently.
All good.
It's all right. I mean, I understand. I know how you feel. I mean,
Yeah, I've never done that to a tavern keep before. That was new.
you must be exhausted. Are you sure you're up for this? We can take a rest upstairs if you want. I can ask around.
I want to bring my friends back. That will help all of this.
Okay. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay? All right?
Okay.
If you need to rest, just let me know. We can head upstairs.
Yeah.
There's always tomorrow. We can probably track down whoever runs away.
Unless the world ends and we all die.
I hope not. Right.
So who are you going to?
Okay, so we have Doga, Michaela, Thomas, and Doran?
Doran, yeah.
Doran. Who's closest to us? So we have Jessup and Doran. Doran is the dwarf, right?
No, Doga is the dwarf.
Doga is the dwarf. Okay. Yeah, let's go near to far. Let's ask Doga first.
Okay. So you approach Doga's table, and she's kind of trying to be a little bit hidden from view. She's actually working on something behind the table, and then just having a sip every once in a while just kind of keeps on.
Hey, hi.
Hey, hello. How can I help you?
Oh, just want
Sorry.
to ask some questions.
Higher voice. Sorry. Hello. How can I help you?
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, we're just asking some questions.
That's for me.
Jetta's just staring her down like,
Are those drinks for me?
Oh,
The
not
Flower
really.
influence.
These are mine. And Jetta's. Anyway,
Oh,
I think-
welcome. Have a seat.
sure.
Free
Okay.
tavern. Well, I suppose it's not free.
What you working on there?
I'm working on a doorknob.
A doorknob.
Yes. The third floor up here. Jessup needed me to fix it.
Oh, right.
But- Yes.
Where were you yesterday early morning? Oh, wait. Jessup said that you were having breakfast, right?
Yes.
And
Something
anywhere
wrong?
else after that? Oh, we're just
Just-
doing a little investigating. Some other patrons' stuff had gone missing, and it might be around here, or I don't know.
Somebody's been kidnapped.
Oh no, nothing like that. I mean, stuff are missing.
Oh, thievery, I see. No, I had my breakfast here, and then I just went over to the forge and worked there all day.
You went to
You
the
could-
forge.
and are there people who can vouch for your
Well,
story?
not for the entire day,
Hmm.
but I mean, I don't go anywhere else. You could probably find any townsperson to say that the smoke was flying, because that's what I do.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds reasonable.
You said you're
enough.
looking for people,
Oh no, not people. Things
things,
mostly.
but you're
Mhm.
looking for the people who took the things. What were the things?
That's true.
Mhm.
We won't go into details about that.
Fair.
We don't discuss our clients.
And you've talked to me first? Do I
Well,
really
you're-
put off that vibe?
Oh no, not really. Nothing personal. I mean, you were just like the closest one to us.
We're working our way around.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
so yeah, you'll probably want to talk to Mikhail and Tomas. They're here. They're here more often than I am, and I mean, I'm assuming you talked to Jessup.
Well,
Yeah.
not really asked him much, but talk a bit.
Well,
By the
it's
way,
his
Dodo,
place.
which floor do you stay at?
oh, I don't. I live at the forge. They just
Oh.
have really, really good biscuits.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
We may be able to bribe people with biscuits.
I know, right?
We look right on
I
people.
I don't
We
know
don't
where
have
it's.
time.
I don't know where you're from. I don't know if you're from Claymouth or something, but most people out here prefer ale.
We have that too.
I mean, the tavern has it.
True.
I mean, that's a good idea. Huh.
Biscuits and ale.
Might give you
Isn't it
gas, but go for it.
Okay.
If you need anything from the forge, you're welcome to come and ask. I can. I'm not horrible at what I do.
Do you have
Alright.
anything that can prod people a little bit into telling the truth?
Yes. Oh, not on me though.
No, of course not.
Roll a persuasion check or deception check, your choice. Okay. Turns to you, Rook, and says, "On second thought, the offer stands to you."
Oh, okay.
Leave
Alright.
her. And then, I'm sorry that I can't be of much help. I have breakfast. I usually get in trouble from Elsa for doing odd things here.
All right. Do you usually sit in this bar stool right here?
This seems to be my home. Yeah, I went away from home.
So, would you say that you have a good view of the place?
When I'm looking. honestly not usually looking.
Have you seen anyone go? Well, during a breakfast, did you see anyone go up the stairs?
Yesterday?
Mhm. Anything
Jessup
you can
did,
recall?
Elsa did, Ara did, that creepy little eyes on her, and as far as I know, those are the only one. I mean, aside from Adrix, he goes up and down all the time.
You said
You see writing notes.
Yeah, we're just writing all of this down.
Doga's just gonna add, you know, it's elves and dwarves don't have those really, really large eyes. Seems to be a human thing. But with Ara, it's even they're like creepy.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know how to best describe it, but when dwarf children get excited, their eyes don't do that. Their cheeks get big, but her eyes get like they're about to bulge out of her head.
Interesting.
It's just,
Do you think she would be capable of stealing something?
she's a child. She can steal that. She could probably take a sucker off the counter if she wanted to.
Yeah,
I
maybe
know
she's not
that
curious.
Bastion has taken a nail or two from time to time.
I see.
As we all did at that age.
That's exactly it. It's a child thing.
All right.
Hmm.
That sounds really fishy. Well, anyway, thanks for your time, Doga. Do you have any more questions, Jetta?
No.
You good? All right.
Okay.
I'll just do one final insight check, like just staring them down.
Intimidation check.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get you to go for an intimidation check instead.
I cast intimidation.
For influence. You're doing me proud.
17.
I promise you, there's nothing else. But if I think of anything, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. That's what
All
I
right.
like to
Thanks so
hear.
much, Doga. Okay, we walk.
She
Um,
picks up what she was working on, starts getting back to it again.
Am I too scary?
Sometimes you can be, yeah. Try doing
Is
it.
it the red eyes?
Try doing it to me. Let's see. Okay, yeah. It's unnerving. It's not really scary, but it's unnerving.
And then I'll speak in infernal.
Roll an
ready to
intimidation
make-
check.
Are you ready to continue the investigation?
Somebody was asking if they wanted to join this campaign. What kind of people are they? Are they serious? Are they chaotic? Are they fun? I said yes.
I cast intimidation.
Roll an insight check if you want, then Rook.
Okay. Let's go
I like
vibe
the
check.
reference.
Ooh.
Okay, so you've heard some people in Sunbelt use this language before, so it's not completely unnerving for you. But you could definitely sense a little bit of the hair kind of standing up on the back of your neck. Nothing you can't handle, but it would scare the piss out of Doga, probably in particular.
Wow. It's creepy, yes.
Okay, I'll lay it off a little bit.
I mean, it's good. I mean, we could use that sometimes.
Yeah. I'll be the scary body bard. Bard.
Scary bard.
God. For the love of God, I can't talk.
It's a rented mouth. Okay,
Scary bard.
what are you guys doing next? I guess that was not the right way to ask that question, but oh well.
Who are we doing?
What are we doing next?
Okay. Okay. So we have.
Okay, let's do this properly. Where, what, who, when, why, and how are you doing next? Go.
Okay. Let's.
The old people?
Sure.
Joseph and
Yeah.
Elsa? Right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
To Jessup and
do the old
Elsa, or
people.
to the old gentleman in the corner.
Mikhail and Thomas.
Mikhail and Tomas. Okay, cool. So, you go to these two, and they look like they're. First of all, they're quite old, probably in their late 50s, 60s, which is quite old for a town like this. You do see a lot of the wrinkles forming here on both of them. One of them is a little bit slenderer than the other, and then wrinkles at the tops of the lips. from doing a lot of this kind of stuff and stretching out the lips that way. But what you also see is that it's almost like there's a thin crack of black inside each of the wrinkles. That is characteristic of coal miners who spent much of their lives in the mines. And yet these guys still managed to get to the end of their 50s without hacking up a lung. So obviously, well, there's something to it. Nonetheless,
Props to them.
um,
Jenna, give me your drink. All right. And I walk up to them and say, "Hi,
You must have nice
Well-
lungs.
Jenna."
indeed we do. And when two beautiful ladies come our way, right, Thomas? It's like, yeah, go ahead, have a seat. Come on.
All right.
You maybe answer a question for us.
Yeah, we have some questions, but compensate for your time. Here.
You have questions.
Drink.
We have questions.
Oh, all right, sure. What do
So-
you have to ask us?
And he looks directly at this is Mikhail looks directly at Jenna and says, "Are you from the Underdark?"
Maybe.
I thought so. I told you so. So then, if that's the case, then
I don't know where they are.
sorry about that in the background.
Okay.
If you've been in the Underdark, have you been to Netherhill then too? Is that where you've been from?
No.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's okay. I was just mostly curious, and
Hmm.
you could pay up now.
Oh,
Tosses
wow.
a copper
You guys
across the table.
You guys were taking bets on us?
Yes, you are unique to us. We don't see elves very. I mean, Adrix aside, we don't see elves very often.
I see.
Interesting.
And to the others, and Mikhail's, and you look like you are from Fuencia. Is that right, Rook? Sorry, is it pointing at you, Rook? Is that right?
Maybe, maybe not.
It's just to settle a bet. That's all.
Oh, well, what's in it for you?
Another copper, I hope.
Oh, what if I say I am?
Then I don't get the copper, and unfortunately, this jerk does.
Oh, too bad then. I am from Valencia.
Ah. Hang on. You are from Valencia?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And Tomas. Really? Roll a deception check.
Ooh, that was close.
Fine.
Very close.
Tosses a
I
copper
know.
across the table at Michaelius. Anyway, what can we do for you, lovely ladies?
Oh, we just had some questions asking about, I don't know, do you know anyone who might have gone to the second floor early yesterday? Around breakfast, lunchtime?
Certainly. That would be Adrix. Elsa was up once, and Ara was up there once too.
That kind of matches up, huh? Yeah.
I'm staring them down
And
and using my insight skill.
Tomas is just kind of looking at you like this. Go ahead and roll your insight, and
Okay.
just staring right back at you.
Be careful now. You
19.
might fall
you-
in love with her.
Joke's
Mikhail.
on him, I'm gay.
Gay representation.
Mikhail says, "Oh," and immediately with that, you get the insight. It was totally gonna hit on you, Jeddah. Oh, a couple. I see. Very well. You wanted to know these things. Why? And for the rest of your insight, you get the sense that these guys are about as bromantic as they could possibly be without actually being gay. They've obviously been best friends for a long time, and maybe Mikhail is just slightly lascivious. Tomas is just a
so-
wingman.
All right, so Adrix Elsa and Ara have gone up to the second floor or higher, right?
It just, well, I suppose that's true. I don't follow them. We're here doing our thing.
Hmm. And everyone else who was around at that time can vouch for you guys, huh?
Oh, probably. I mean, I'm pretty certain that they've reserved these as our thrones. We are the kings of this tavern, you know. Can handle
Right, thank
anything
you.
that comes through that door. And all you see
Right.
is from Tommaso on the other side is right, only if it's got boobs.
All right. And for the kings of this tavern, here are 2 ales for your time. Thank you so much for answering our questions.
Marvelous. Anytime you have any more questions, we would love to have some more ale.
Hmm.
I've never met anyone so shallow.
I know.
Oh. And Tomas says, he's not all that bad once you get used to him. You just have to break through the 3 layers first.
Only 3?
He's a minor. There's not many layers to us.
I see.
Impressive.
Well, do you have questions for these 2 lovely gentlemen, Jada?
Well, I cast intimidation.
Do you say those words? Please say you say
Yes.
those words. Okay.
Yes, I do.
Really?
The Frar influence.
And
Yeah.
Mikhail says,
I'm doing my friend honor.
I cast fear.
I feel
Okay.
like Bob and Frar are
Good. You
the
should be
penguins.
afraid.
Yes.
What are you guys doing?
I'm so sorry. Certainly it's just one gender you're interested in and not perhaps more.
All right, yeah, Jada, let's
Yeah, I
get
think
out
we're
of
outta
here.
here.
Let's get out of here.
Sorry.
Oh,
And then
if we
just-
have any more other questions, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah, and maybe just ignore him instead. It's easier that way sometimes. Good luck on your search, guys.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, that was a handful. Huh.
Yeah, for real. Sorry, I'm not the best at interrogation.
That's all right. I mean, I'm glad that you're here with, well, asking around as well.
Thanks. We should start like a detective agency or something.
We should find out mysteries, earn more money.
Yeah,
That would be good.
J&R. Detective.
Well, why can't it be R and J?
Two.
People gonna like read it as like junior detectives.
That can work
Yeah.
too. Junior detective.
Junior detectives.
Well, we have Elsa, Jessup, and Ara to ask as well.
Mhm.
You think we should? Maybe Jessup knows where Elsa and Ara are.
Yeah. Let's go talk to him. I feel bad for yelling at him earlier. It just,
Why?
well, he seems to be a nice guy, and I just wanted to lock the door to trap all these people in. That's all.
That's true. I mean, I totally understand, but can't do anything. It's his tavern, so.
True.
Yeah, let's be nice to Jessup and ask him some stuff. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, and he's still at the bar.
Hi,
And this time he's actually kind of picking what appears to be like a waffle fry off of a plate and just kind of dipping it in some sort of sauce and just. Any luck?
Well, we got hit on, and
Mikhail?
we also, we talked to the dwarf
Doga.
lady. So far, nothing. Sorry, I'm bad with
Well,
names.
it's all right. I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm Jessup, by the way.
Yeah,
That I got.
we know. Yeah. So Some of the people here say that you went to the second floor.
Oh, sure, to clean up one of his rooms.
Did you notice
also-
anything? Oh, I assume that you went inside Adrix's rooms, right?
Just the one. Just the to turn his bed over.
I see. Which door is that?
That'll be the first one on the right.
All right. Anything else out of the ordinary?
Oh, I mean, his
Checkers.
whole room is out of his whole room is out of the ordinary.
I see. Well, would you happen to know where Elsa and, well, Ara? Was it Ara?
Well, Elsa's in the back. She just, if you want, I can get her to make some of these for you too. Ara's probably at her house.
All right. Sure. Yeah. I'm famished. We could probably get some stuff, and we
Sure.
can ask Elsa some stuff as well.
Yeah. Oh, I don't just yeah, okay. And he goes to the back and just kind of leaves you guys at the counter for a couple. And in a few minutes, she does make her way back. She makes her way out with a platter. Says, oh yes, this must be for you. And just passes the
you.
platter out in front of you and says,
How much
so
are they?
this will be, well, it'll be with your rooms. I assume the ones that are up there aren't going to be eating much.
I just
True.
narrow my eyes at Elsa.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Just, they're not. I don't have to plan to make food. Like, are you gonna get them
You're really
back
living
sooner?
up to your name, Ice Queen.
Elsa is an ice queen?
Have you ever seen that play?
No, I don't believe I have. What happened
I'm
there?
sorry. I really am not trying to be rude.
All chilled
I'm just trying to plan how many apples I need to pull out for the pies. That's all.
I see. Oh, understandable.
And
But,
if they're going to be back on their feet really quickly, I should probably have more.
well, we're hoping that they will be back quickly then.
And
Anyway,
I will pull out some more.
we just wanted to ask, have you been to the second floor or higher yesterday morning, afternoon, the whole day yesterday?
I was up there to clear out some of the food that he brought upstairs. That was in his, what he calls his study. It's just the back room.
Around what time is that?
Oh, that would have been about the same time. I'm going to say around, not far after sunrise.
Did you see anything out of the ordinary?
Well, everything in that room is out of the ordinary, but it's to be honest, it's difficult for me to go into that space. He does not keep it like here, like I do. That's for sure.
Did you touch anything in there, or?
Just the ale, just mugs of ale.
Okay. I see. Didn't take anything else?
Insight.
Vibe check, yes.
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Yeah. That's Jenna's job right now. She's just staring everybody down.
Yeah.
And like looking for twitches in their face or anything.
You do notice a twitch in her face, a realization of sorts. Not a guilt, but definitely trying to cover something. Cover a thought that just occurred to her.
What aren't you telling us, Elsa? It's
I
okay.
don't know what I mean, I was up there and I cleared out the ale.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else to tell.
Are you sure about that?
It
These
couldn't
stairs are awesome.
be anything else. It couldn't be anything else. It couldn't be.
What couldn't be anything else? It's all right. I mean,
Ara was up there.
she was.
But understand, she's very young, she's very curious, she's not she's a sweetheart. She's had a run of bad luck. Obviously, I mean, you know this with her brother dying and her
I just look at
parents
Jetta.
dying a little bit back ago, but she's, and I think she's still afraid of losing their house.
What do you mean?
Well, their parents had a relatively decent home, and when they died, they left it to Artie. And when Artie left, it kind of left it to Bastion and Ara, and well, they're 13 and 8. They don't know about keeping houses. So we asked for some help. Doran was helping the other day, but I still think she feels like she has to pay for it. Or something. But she's just a sweetheart. And so she sometimes, well, her fingers have found things sometimes. But don't judge her for it. Please.
We won't judge her. We just need to
Insight
ask her
check.
some questions.
I am playing an insight check on that one.
Wow, that kid has had it rough.
So you need to give me a persuasion or a deception. Do you really think you're going to actually be nice and not judge her?
Do I have to say which one it is?
No, you could just roll it with the dice only and not click the sheet.
Oops.
I rolled a
clicked it.
16, so...
Oh no.
he says, see, that's the thing I'm afraid of. I don't believe that that's the truth. I think that you're very worried about your friends, and that you will do what you need to help them. Know that I will do what I need to protect those sweethearts who've just had a shit go of it. You see how clean my tavern is? That's how I take care of my children. Those children.
Well, that's understandable. It just... Obviously, we'd never do anything to harm anyone, especially children, but we just need to get to the bottom of this so we can save our friends.
Well then, I say you take an evening. Let me talk to Ara. See if she knows anything. And then I will supervise as you have any further conversations you need with her. In the morning, though. Let me see if I can use this as a teaching opportunity.
Sounds good. I mean,
I'm still not 100% convinced that she's done anything. But at the very least, if she was up there, she may have seen something.
perhaps. Well, I guess Elsa's right. We need to rest tonight.
Yeah.
It's been a long day, and thank you, Elsa, for answering our questions.
Have a good sleep. Take care of yours.
We'll try. I lead Jetta.
And that is where we're going to call the session.
Oh!
Whoa, man.
Holy
Ah,
crap!
did it.
Dedicated
He totally
to
did
the
it.
book arc.
Woo.
I'm all for it.
You need to know that at the beginning of next session, you will be starting at level 5.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, actually,
Even the dead bodies, feel free to level yourselves up, because currently you have the capacity to be revived, and so we may as well take advantage of all of the rolls that would ensue. I know you guys are excited for that level. You guys have worked your tail off for it. So let's say it. Yeah, let's put the thing on there.
multiple times.
Let's go.
Level up, level up, level up. So yeah, you'll start level 5 at the beginning, at the end of the long rest that you were about to take. Which for Bob and Farrar happened to be a particularly long rest. Jetta, you are still suffering from a couple of points of exhaustion, so when you're done a long rest, you'll still have 1.
Okay.
And but unless you take an extended long rest, which is perfectly permissible if you want. And I will give Bob and Farrar a quick little heads up. It might be a bit yet before they can completely revive your characters. So if you decide, and I would say probably, I mean, you're certainly welcome to kick around for a session, but you might be sitting there listening and enjoying for that session while Rook and Jetta resolve what they need to resolve to get the tools they need to actually bring you back.
I love
Are
it.
you-
It's like watching a TV show.
Do it. If that's what you're doing, I'm here for it. I'm
We're
also
JR
looking.
detectives.
We are also talking
Junior
potentially about bringing in another player for the table. So people in the
Ooh.
chat, if you guys are interested in jumping in into this game at level 5 and seeing how you can jump in, then jump into the Discord and let's have a chat about it. You
Any
can find the
halflings
Discord.
come over, please. Any
Yes.
I don't
halflings.
any halflings. I don't have.
If
Okay, so it's
you if you wanna join these nuts, come on in.
Yeah.
there you go. That's it.
Nuts.
These
Halflings, man.
nuts.
We haven't had a halfling yet.
That's
And we
true.
every group needs a halfling.
Mhm.
I don't know about that. I like gnome. I like my gnomes too. I like my
No,
gnomes.
just any short
It's-
person. That's
There you
it.
go. There you go. Well, you can just
We need-
have
Pick on.
We need to fill the gremlin arc. Or the
Like a
gremlin
dwarf.
character.
right.
Yeah. a dwarf.
The
Oh,
Gremlin arc
man.
cheapers. Okay, but in any case, other quick announcements. Don't forget when you do jump into the Discord, find the link in there that Sky Guys posted about his nomination for a Dutch Streamer Award. Also, feel free to jump into our other games that are happening Tuesday morning, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and then Wednesday, Tuesday morning for me anyway. Tuesday at noon GM time, Wild Beyond the Witchlight. There on Wednesday at 11 p.m. GM time is Verod with his Legends of Zelda Echoes campaign, and then there's the random adventures on Thursday mornings, and then on Friday mornings, of course, we're back here again too. So thank you guys all for joining. We have 15 people in the chat, and I love all of you for it. Thank you guys so much. I've learned how bad I am at multitasking with chat because of it, but I'm okay with being taught that I am not always perfect at everything. In many respects, I see that already. But I do want to see about rating somebody, and I haven't actually got that screen up to actually determine who yet. So I will take recommendations from the chat. Who do you want to see us raid today? Let's see here. On my list of my usual following people's things, because that was a really great sentence. I teach band, not in English. I see coming up here. Crit and Miss is currently running right now, so we could always try that one out, unless there's other recommendations. Yeah, it looks to me like that might be the win. So that's what we're gonna do. As I will set it up, I'm gonna move to my lovely little credits screen and such. However, we will be rating in a moment. But so, thank you very much, chat. Thank you very much, players. Love you guys very much, and we will see you next week.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.